Hello everyone, we're back with part 2 of my chapter tutorial guides for any percent. This guide will be following any percent strats and stuff like that, so if you're doing chapter runs, I wouldn't bother with this chapter, but chapters like chapter 1, 5 and epilogue part 1 are virtually the same, so do watch them. But for this one, don't bother watching if you're doing the chapter run. So first of all, to start this mission, the first mission in chapter 2, you want to keep a distance, otherwise Arthur will kick him and it takes longer. So we're just going to stand right here and we're just going to start the mission.
Hey! Careful not to work yourself to death there, Uncle.
I was thinking.
Yeah, does it pay well?
Eventually.
The first thing we're doing here is we're going to hold shift to go fast. We're going to spam whistle for our horse and you will see why after the mission. Okay, it's with us, so we're good. We're taking a specific route here to avoid an interaction with a guy and his horses and a wagon. And if you wonder if this gets annoying, it doesn't. It does. So yeah, that interaction there, we're going to avoid it, and the train stopping, just by taking a left here. Because if you do go the train route, you have to wait for the train to move and it's really annoying, and there's a whole like scripted sequence. Also, you don't lose honor by not helping the guy by taking this route, which is good. But we get low honor anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. So we're heading straight to the yellow marker here. Not looking around Valentine or anything like that.
Now those sheep. Or is that Uncle?
Oh, very funny.
This looks like a decent little town. Other people, finally. Look at all that snow on the mountains. Sure don't want to be back up there. You think we should have asked Molly to come with us? Oh no, Miss
Just gonna enter the yellow marker right now, and we're gonna do
one
one of our first strats. So first of all, when you get off the wagon, make the horse stay. Go in first person, and keep pushing past this invisible wall here. There's an invisible wall, just push past it. Keep pushing forward and you'll get past it. Now, you want to walk to the general store.
Okay, just stay out of trouble and don't get yourselves noticed.
That invisible wall is not really hard to get past, you just gotta keep pushing forward for a little bit. Now we're going to go to the door of the store. Sometimes it let you in, sometimes it won't. It doesn't save time if it lets you in early, because it will let you in eventually. What this does is it skips the parasite dialogue and Uncle Rubber Bands, as you can see.
Okay.
Wait for him to enter. Once he enters, we can leave. Skip the cutscene. Now, we're gonna, at the bottom of these stairs, we're gonna defuse this guy. And we're gonna go straight into the hotel. Don't go any further than the bottom of the stairs to avoid you can get stuck. We're gonna walk in here. We're gonna spam tab to bring in and out our weapon up these stairs to avoid the slowdown. The reason we defuse is because you can keep the door a bit earlier. See that? We're gonna keep the door in.
A friend of hers. Get out of here, buddy. I paid. Ain't paid to hit her.
We're gonna spam R to block this guy's first punch. Sometimes he blocks it, sometimes he doesn't. There we go. I've had to go yellow on the map. First person. Don't hold shift here and just glide down the stairs. If you hold shift, you get like a slow down, which you don't want. And you just want to leave the hotel. I'm gonna skip this cutscene. And we're gonna follow this guy. We're taking a specific route here to rubber band him, which you'll see. Gonna go... Just staying behind him the whole time. We're gonna go to the left of this tree and then right around it and straight back to Valentine, because you don't need to interact with him. The reason we can't just go straight back to Valentine is because you still... There's like a zone. It's weird. But yeah, just follow that route and you'll be fine. Gonna whistle for our horse here, and we're gonna give this guy his horse to avoid being wanted, or potentially being wanted. You don't always have to give him it, but it's a lot better for any percent if you do give him it to avoid being wanted. Gonna get off our horse and go straight into American Rest. Like, you don't always have to give him the horse, but it's much more better to give him it, in my opinion. But if you want a little bit of time save, you can just avoid it. Anyway, we're gonna punch block this guy, because it's like a tutorial. Spamming punches doesn't do anything, because the game wants you to follow its little tutorial for the fighting. We're gonna let him punch, then we're gonna block. Try and stay near the middle, if you can, till you're closer to the next part. So now we've knocked this guy out, we want to go fight this guy here. You can fight others, but this guy in particular. Because he has the fastest knockdown animation.
Come here, you little greaser. I'm gonna give you the beating your daddy should have done.
So we're going to spam F on this guy, and then we're going to go straight to helping Javier. Oh, we just got a very rare animation skip there, by the way. That's not intentional. Ignore that. Normally he'll just do like a whole sequence, but that is a very, very rare thing that just happened. Anyway, we're going to face the saloon, punch, block, punch, block, punch, block. And that's what we're going to keep doing for this entire fight. Landing more punches doesn't do anything. The reason we face the saloon is because it avoids like certain pushes and stuff. That one push is fine there. Punch. What? That's fine. It's good that he's in the middle here. So we're just punching and blocking. And that is really good. It can go a bit slow sometimes, but if you just follow punch block, then you'll be perfectly fine with this fight. In a lot of fights, landing a lot of punches isn't really going to help you out, because the game prefers it if they hit as well. Skip this cutscene. Gonna look behind us. Spawn a wagon here. First person running doesn't matter there, I just like to do it sometimes. Also, getting wanted is good, because we can spam shift now and go full speed on our wagon. If you're not wanted, you can't go full speed, so... It is unfortunate. This does matter in the chapter run if you get wanted, because then you can't, buy the coach, you have to pay off the bounty, but it doesn't really matter, because we use trains in any percent. Your horse being with you doesn't really matter, because it'll come for the mission. Anyway, we're gonna go to Swanson now. Taking this little route here. There is another route you can do, but it's really up to you which one. I prefer this one because you avoid going down hills and stuff. I'm staying around the trees because you don't want to get caught in them with wagons, because it can be very, very annoying. You may notice a split says Swanson Gold, but we will get to that. So we're almost at Swanson here. I should mention we took the wagon because it is a lot faster than taking the horse. I did a comparison video on it if you want to see it, which I will link. So yeah, we're just gonna get off here. We're starting this in first person so we can skip the cutscene text a lot earlier.
Mr. Morgan, I took your advice, sir. I took your advice.
Then your
If you start in
child's
third
family
person, there's like
tree.
a mini cutscene that you can't skip. We're gonna reject his offer to play. Almost accepted it. We're gonna go around to get the horse.
Let's go.
Pull out our gun here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna kill this guy once we get close. And then move forward.
Hands off him. Get the law on him.
I like to wait on this hillside here because it seems that he runs down a bit faster. You'll notice the bush texture will change. That's when you can kill him. It's very subtle, but you can notice it. And now you want to move to the train tracks.
Reverend.
That bush texture changing, you can notice it. It's very obvious. But I couldn't, like, fully explain it. But yeah, it does change. Now you want to ride, stop when you get to the start of the train track, and run to Swanson. I did a placebo strat here ages ago, where I looked down and went in first person, but it wasn't faster, so I debated everyone. But people still do it to this day, and it's kind of funny. Anyway, you want to hold E and spam click.
Select this place and wants to stay.
Get your foot out of here! Twist your leg, you jacket bastard!
So yeah. That placebo strat, people still do it to this day, but it actually isn't faster. I tested it. I'm too scared at this point to mention that it's not faster, but it's fine. So now we're going to pick up Swanson, put him on our horse, and we're going to take a specific route back to camp, and I will tell you why.
One for the road.
So this route we're taking, not only does it like avoid some trees and stuff, but it also allows us to get a gold bar, which we will use to buy fast travel. That can happen, by the way, with rocks. So try and go around rocks if possible. And people on horses, because they will try ram into you. See, I'm taking this little route here because it avoids the horse being thrown around with trees and stuff. And this building right here, let's slow down here. I'm gonna grab a gold bar. Now, you can go up this hill here, which you may see people doing chapter runs, but I really don't like doing it in any percent, because Swanson can die. I might attempt it in this just to show you, but I really don't like going through it. Also, high FPS causes this hill to be a bit weird. We'll try it anyway. Yeah. Luckily he didn't fall off, but you get the idea of what will happen if you go all the way up. So, what we're going to do is go to this barrel here, stop at the barrel, grab Swanson off. The reason we stop at the barrel is because if not, the horse will keep moving forward and you'll get kicked out of camp, and then you have to go all the way around, which is not good. Gonna drop Swanson here.
You better sleep.
Now we're gonna get back on the horse and we're gonna go to Strauss. We're staying on the edge of camp here, which you can do. Thank you, Moe. So yeah, we're gonna stay on the edge here, get off and talk to Strauss.
Herr Morgan! Herr Morgan!
Mr. Strauss,
You busy, my friend?
Very cool route found from
I
Hess.
cut you in.
blown in. Already?
You know how
So we're
it
gonna
is.
do something in this
People
mission
accept
that's
to
quite
borrow off
interesting,
someone
actually.
like me, but more enthusiastic paying back to someone like you.
Of course. Who are they?
We're gonna kill 2
Put
ducks.
the debts in the deed box and try not to kill them. It's very bad for business.
So we're gonna take a little drop down this hill here, which you'll see. don't worry, it's way less scary than what it actually looks. Just be very careful. And don't hold shift if you want to be extra careful. So we're going to pull out our gun. And we're going to kill a couple of ducks. They will always spawn here, so don't worry too much. Okay, they didn't spawn. But that is good, because they will spawn on the way back. I'm sorry Ajibir telling you it was consistent. Hopefully I can be forgiven. Anyway, we're going to do a fire skip here. Round the back. So first of all, we have to... Oh. First of all, we have to shoot to start the mission. Then we're going to shoot ourselves to catch on fire. Consume a fireball so we don't die. We're going to go behind the table and keep threatening him.
Remember where you're keeping that silver.
Potrzebuję trochę czasu. Znajdę ci pieniądze.
No, still
What that fire did was it skipped a bunch of dialogue.
God damn it, you have a debt to Harris Strauss. Pay up.
Stop! Już nie mam siły.
We're up to say no, no, no. And you can kill him. And now we loot the money. Sometimes you can skip all the dialogue, sometimes it doesn't, but it's fine either way. We're gonna loot these specific places.
Very valuable. Good?
Not good yet.
No.
Because they will give you enough to leave him alone.
Yes, yes, yes.
Nie rób tego. I need.
And we're gonna leave.
Proszę.
On the way back, we're gonna get those ducks.
Okay, that should about cover things.
If they aren't there, don't worry, they will spawn in the Jose mission too. But I have full faith that they shall spawn here. Sit, there you go. And you'll see why we're skinning these ducks in a second. Sometimes you can get a fast loot, but it's kind of rare. So anyway, now what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to our crafting, hold tab, press E, go on the crafting menu, and we're going to go to ammo. We're going to craft 2 fire arrows. One, 2, and a fireball. Weapons, and we're going to craft a fireball. Sometimes you can craft multiple. But in any percent, you can only really craft 1. And you will see what we're going to do with them throughout the run.
Yeah.
So now, we're going to go back to camp, deposit our money from Roble, and the gold bar that we got earlier. If any of this isn't clear, comment below as well, because I will answer any questions.
Hey, who's there?
I'm gonna get off our horse when it starts to slow down, because Arthur is faster. I am coughing as well. First person, give all debts. I'm sorry about the coughs as well, I'm recovering from my cold. But, we're going to give them a bit more money. We're going to contribute. Give item. Hold enter and give them the gold bar, which will be enough to buy fast travel. Press R. Press E. Wait a bit. Press E again. And then buy Dutch's tent.
How did you get on, Herr Morgan?
But we have to go back to the ledger. first person again, so you can skip the animation. Remember to wait before pressing E, otherwise it won't register straight away. And buy it fast. Look at that. Now we can fetch travel. It's a shame it's not unlocked by default, but it kind of makes the route cooler this way. And now we're finished, we're going to talk to Kieran. It accidentally split twice, that is an issue with the auto split at the moment, but don't worry. So, we're going to interact with him, and then we're going to do another intentional mission fail.
Talk to them.
You got some
L, enter, hold, space. This skips the mission text, so we can just skip the cutscene straight away, like so.
Let's both hope you ain't trying to trick us, O'Driscoll.
So there is a little bit of rubber banding in this mission on this first ride
John, Bill, come here. We got
that you can
social
do.
call needs making. Where we heading?
Up into the
So we're gonna get on the horse,
I'll show you.
John, you take this little rattlesnake.
and we're just gonna move forward like so.
Sense and kill him. You gotta pay your buddies our respects.
Gonna move up to this rock here,
Whoa.
and just wait a sec. Wait for them to start moving and just jump forward, like I am.
Giddy up. Yep. Giddy up. Yep. Yeah. Giddy up. Giddy up.
Yeah, keep jumping forward here. Horse's stamina ran out a bit. We're taking this little route here. Just keep it on the map. See, they're going fast. Just paying attention to the map so we don't lose them.
And I'm doing you the further courtesy of telling you about it. Next time you want to give me something,
And now we're just gonna move
how about
forward.
You give it to me instead of hiding it somewhere, hoping the opportunity comes up to mention it. Last goddamn favor I do you.
And then we'll catch up.
Taking us to Colm?
That's
But you
what he
see,
says.
they've gone a lot faster because of that.
Taking you to him. Look, I'll give you more directions when we're close. But if I know
There is a
where
little
we
bit
are,
more on this ride, which I
fast
will
and
show
out in
you.
time.
All right, I'll lead.
Hey, hey, if I got my bearings, it's over here. Yeah.
But this part is
I
just
know
all.
this country. Take this track up through the rocks.
So you can take a little break and
You didn't tell me what the O'Driscolls
You know, just
smell
talk
like
for a
before
little
you
bit.
asked me to ride with them.
That's because you wasn't asked to ride with us. You was told.
I smell like a stall ain't been cleaned out in a month. I smell like that because you had me tied up there about as long.
You'd be smelling worse if we'd done what someone was arguing for.
Granted. I was in with a
stuff
bad
like
lot.
this
I'm
can
trying
be
to
classed
make
as a little bit
amends.
tedious to some
If I
people,
can.
but
Now we go left,
it's actually kind of
take
nice,
a
especially when you
left.
have like chat and stuff to talk to, and you can. It's a nice little break. Obviously, if you've done it a lot, you know you might get a bit frustrated, but it's not too bad. Anyway, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut up here,
Save your horses, we gotta climb, boys.
which you will see,
You know,
and it'll be our last bit of like rubber banding.
What did you just say?
So we're gonna cut up right here.
You've been tied to a tree.
You can cut up a little bit early, but I like to do it there. The horse will try and fight you, but you can just hold D and W and it'll stop fighting you. You shouldn't lose them doing this, so don't worry.
How are we like those mongrel dogs?
You're outlawed like them,
I'm gonna stick to our left here
drive like them,
as well,
you live rough,
because it
you
makes
live hard,
the next part a little bit
fighting the
easier.
law, nature. You're out for yourselves.
See? This is why you're an O'Driscoll, O'Driscoll. You're out to survive. We're out to live. Free. Colm's a sneak thief and a killer. Dutch is more like a teacher.
From where I've been, you just look the same as all. Okay, now cut.
So some people might cut down there to rubber band them, but it doesn't really make a difference, speaking from experience.
Taking them out as we find them. Trying not to set things off. But if we
like,
do,
I've done it and I've not done it, and it hasn't really saved me any time.
Settle this like we know
So I
how,
just don't
okay?
bother with it anymore. Also have a chance to
Okay,
lose them by
Bobby.
doing it like that.
With you, Morgan.
all right then.
Through the trees here.
So another thing that we're gonna do is gonna do some more mini horse jumps in a
We're
second
real close.
to get a little
Lead
bit
your
further
horses
ahead
the
of
other
the
side of this
gang,
clearing.
I'll get my guns off my horse.
so that we
and
can
I'm
start the
ready.
next sequence a little bit
Easy,
earlier.
Bill. Quiet.
So now I'm gonna do some horse jumps. We're gonna get to this tree
The
up
cabin's
here,
just the other
hopefully.
side of this hill.
Okay. Off your horses. Let's go.
You gonna get them
That was further than what I thought.
I said
But your gun and just spam shooting until it appears red. Now you can jump forward, keep jumping forward, and you can activate the mission much earlier, like this. Watch this. There you go.
Cabin's in the clearing down there.
This shootout, I would recommend doing it with a controller, but I'm gonna use PCM. Watch your HP bar here, because it can get shredded.
we move quick. We move home.
Don't run away from me!
That one's been riding with
And you see your health bar does get shredded. So you have to watch out. And your dead eye is obviously not never ending. There's not really a pattern to these guys, just kill as many as what you can.
Catch you unawares!
It is a little bit annoying to kill some of these guys. For obvious reasons.
You beat. What are you hiding out in the woods for?
You aren't lying there, little toad! That's it!
And when it says they're turning tail, you can run to this door here
Comb's still here.
and just wait for the cutscene to start like that. There you go. So now what you want to do is you want to go over here, press tab, and quickly clean the weapon. Hold tab, press the middle mouse button, but when you're cleaning it, once you start cleaning it, press 5, and you can skip cleaning it. 5 is your knife button.
At least you got something tucked away.
We're going to grab the money here, which we will use to upgrade our horse stirrups and buy a better horse in the Jose mission. And now we're going to fast travel. So I have a little fast travel spot here that not many people do because it is a little bit finicky. But we're going to run up to this tree here, this little area here, and we're going to stand in a little spot and we're going to set up camp. Some people just get on the horse and ride a bit further, but I prefer that spot. Now we're going to fast travel to Horseshoe Overlook. And we're going to read a letter before talking to Dutch about where Micah is. I hope all this is very clear. I'm doing this while running, so it is a little bit more difficult, but I prefer doing it this way rather than commentating afterwards. I understand I haven't got the clearest accent and stuff, and I'm trying my best, you know. Some things I might miss out a little. Obviously, if I do, I add them in post-production, but yeah. I am trying my hardest. So we're gonna get off the horse. We're gonna go read the letter that Mary has sent us.
Dear,
And then we're gonna talk to Dutch.
Arthur. Dutch? Miss O'Shea? Well, feels like we are finally getting back on our feet. You, find a buyer for them bonds we stole?
So you don't have to wait for Lenny here. You can just go straight to the mission.
Okay, kid, let's go.
I'm taking my own little route here, but you can do as you please. If you do one and you think it's better, then you do that.
Look like you've been through it. I'm beat. boys doing? You were supposed to be scouting ahead for us.
But yeah, one of the neat things is in some of the missions you don't even have to wait for the companion, but others you do. It's kind of inconsistent. It's actually kind of weird that it does that.
I do.
But yeah. Rockstar game design is very good at not being consistent.
I know how it goes.
Couldn't even tell you quite how. It happened like the strike of a match. The law was on his fast.
So what we're going to do in a second is when we get to the start of this building, we're going to get off our horse because we'll get slowed down, and we're just going to run on foot.
We'll take care of it.
Also, after this mission, we're going to be buying some tonics and stuff, which you will see.
Here we are.
Just going to lean on the bar. You don't have to wait for Whitney, which is why I really like. This is one of my favorite missions in the speedrun, just because you get a little bit more freedom with it.
Just one or two, right, Arthur?
Of course. Thank you.
Micah seemed to know a lot of people. That was the problem.
How you mean?
I mean, I done seen a lot of crazy stuff, but Micah...
of crazy stuff.
Will you shut up?
Will you shut up?
Be quiet, buddy.
Oh, they're dullards. My lord. You men is dull.
So, it'll tell us to charm him, but we're going to wait till it says threaten.
People been leaving me alone for the last...
Because threatening is faster.
You don't
I think it's faster by like 5 seconds.
rip your head clean off your shoulders. Is that clear? Get out of here.
Clear? Clear? Very clear. I'm on my way.
Skip this cutscene. And we're just going to go up the stairs. You can spam F to talk to, you know, Winnie, but it doesn't do anything. He'll always be in the same spot as well.
Hello, Arthur.
Start clicking to skip the cutscene.
I don't know.
Can be a little bit awkward to skip that one sometimes. And just go straight down the stairs.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Nobody. I'm talking to nobody.
What did you say?
What?
I said, what did you say?
Get lost, buddy. Shut up, mister.
Yeah, shut your mouth, mister.
Bit awkward without the music here. We're gonna spam click here and W. Because it'll stop him peeing. I'm gonna run inside. I'm gonna just talk to as many people as possible. Don't talk to the bartender there. He has the longest dialogue. Talk to this guy next. Then this guy.
There you are, Lenny.
Always talk to this guy. His dialogue is very short.
Lenny, my boy. Damn it, Lenny. Stop slumping off on me.
Lenny, what are you talking about?
I believe it is 5 people you need to talk to. It's the exact amount each time. Spam F here. Because you'll be prompted to do it anyway, so just keep spamming it. And then skip the cutscene.
You're a good friend to me, Arthur.
Press E once here. Click once, and then let go. The first time I played this, I didn't know you couldn't drown that guy, so for most of my playthroughs, he died. Hold D here. Don't let go of D. Just keep holding it. And you'll hit that pole. It is very important that you hit that pole. And you'll see why. Because if you don't, you'll spawn miles away. And that's bad. So what we're going to do now is conveniently, we're right outside the doctor's. I'm going to whistle for our horse real quick. And we're just going to buy a bunch of tonics.
You new only keep select items on the shelves. Gum and candies behind the shelf, and the medicine and
Not
tonics
these
are on
ones,
the
though.
table against the wall. See the catalog.
Chewing tobacco, snake oil, health cure, and miracle tonics. That's all. Don't buy cocaine gum. Stamina doesn't really mean anything, and it's very easy to come by. So now we're gonna take a train to Riggs Station, because that is the closest one to Strawberry.
Give a fella a nickel. Give me a dime. Give me something.
In the chapter run, you take a coach, but we can't do that because we haven't already been there. Gonna get off a horse, try not to aggravate anyone.
Out of the damn way. Move.
Had about enough of you.
We don't tolerate that kind of bullying here.
Yeah, this can happen, unfortunately. It is very annoying each time it happens, but it can happen. NPCs will just get upset at you for nothing.
Be with you momentarily.
And now we're gonna buy a train to Riggs Station.
All right, I guess. Here.
Don't worry if that happens, it can happen. NPCs will just get upset at you for existing. But I mean, in free run we do kill them a lot, so it's fine. They have the right to be upset about some things. Yeah, Riggs basically is the closest station to Strawberry. If only we could take a coach there, like we do in chapter runs, but it's fine. I understand Rockstar's game design, and I acknowledge that it has flaws, such as this. Sometimes he'll be smoking here, sometimes he won't. It's RNG. Anyway, we're gonna ride to Strawberry. There will always be a guy here who's fighting wolves. You may hear him in a second. Yeah. We're not going to help him, unfortunately. But it serves him right for being an NPC in a Rockstar game. I'm taking a little bit of a specific path here. I am getting caught in trees and rocks, which is a little bit frustrating, but if you know where they are, you can avoid them pretty easily. So the first thing we're going to do is enter the sheriff's office, so we can start the micro mission.
Yep. Hello, sir. I've come from Blackwater.
We're going to hold tab here to put our weapon wheel and get our stick of dynamite, which we acquired in chapter 1.
Let me out of here, you maggot!
So this mission, just follow what I do and wait where I wait. We're going to take out these guys first. Then these two guys on the wagon. Take a chewing tobacco if you need to. Wait at this little box here. Kill 1, 2, 3, 4. And now wait at this rock. 1, 2, 3. Then there'll be two guys coming across this bridge. And you want to kill them. Two of these guys. Now what we're going to do, don't use any Deadeye here because it'll slow down Micah. We're going to kill these guys. They all spawn in the same spot each time. Cheers reference there? No, it's not really. But if you get the reference, then... yeah. We're gonna melee this last guy. I'm gonna take a health tonic just to be safe. The reason we melee him is because we skip a scripted kill cam. Which, if you watch my settings video, you'll know we turn those off. And now we're just gonna loot people while we wait for Micah, because they can give you some...
Reckon it's time we got out of here, Morgan. Now you
I'm gonna get our gun here. Using Deadeye here is technically slower, but Micah can die if you don't kill those guys fast enough, so... we're gonna make sure we use a little bit of Deadeye. I advise controller for this, but... if you don't mind losing a little bit of time and manually aiming and using Deadeye, it's fine. Obviously, if this was an actual run, I'd have my controller plugged in and I would be using auto aim here, but... so just stick with Micah here. Kill these two guys. Once his dialogue starts, we want to get off the horse and use a fire bottle.
Let's get out of here before we get any more on our tail.
This dialogue here, in a second.
That was some good shooting, Morgan. I got a hand.
You want to chase after him, use a fire bottle.
What the hell was that you pulled back
Use a health tonic so you don't die. But keep chasing after him. Sometimes the cutscene will start, sometimes it won't. Yeah, it doesn't start. But make sure you chase him. You can get a very early skip here, but it is quite rare to get. But what this will do is it will end the horse ride a lot earlier now that we use that fire bottle. Sometimes it'll end on foot, sometimes it won't. It's very rare to end on foot, speaking from experience.
I think we finally lost.
There you go. I'm sorry if that was a little bit rushed there. But what we did, in short, if you want to go back and watch, is we waited for the dialogue to start, used a fire bottle, chased after him so we don't lose him, and we used a tonic so we didn't die. Anyway, now we're going to take this little route to the Sean mission. It keeps splitting for some reason, I'll have to fix that. It's because the auto splitter got updated and my splits haven't been updated with them. Sometimes a snake can spawn here and disrupt the mission, but it is really, really, really rare. It's really annoying when it happens though. We're gonna jump because we can't walk.
How many?
And we're gonna skip the cutscene.
You know, Arthur, the government or people.
So I'm gonna spam E here to get on the horse early.
Very angry.
Sure. Well, we'll rescue Sean and then we'll get ourselves lost good and proper. It's a big country.
And I'm gonna ride
I hope so.
to the yellow dot.
Follow me. Let's see if we can track down this boat.
I'm gonna slide down here.
They got patrols out all over this area. Down there. Reckon those might be our boys.
So, I'm gonna go a little bit ahead of Trawny here, but don't go too far ahead, because if the dialogue stops, then you'll have to wait for all of the end, and it'll lose time.
Nice and easy. Let's make sure it's him first before you go starting another war.
I don't think there's rubber banding here anyway, so don't worry too much about going ahead.
Fellas out on the trail. Act natural. We'll be fine.
So,
You've been gone for a while.
Much as I love dodging the law and sleeping in the dirt with you derelicts, I do have other business to attend to.
What happened in New York?
You know how life is. Never a straight road anywhere.
Especially with you.
Come on, let's keep them in sight.
You alright, Javier? You're quiet.
He hasn't stopped talking since we left you in Valentine. The longest ride of my life.
Cute,
Just gonna wait.
dear boy. Very cute. Push up, come on.
When he says push up, come on, we're just gonna move forward.
Apparently there's a camp somewhere around here where the bounty hunters meet and transfer before continuing out west. I imagine that's where they're headed.
So yeah, just gonna stick by him. And then when we get to the yellow dot, we'll be prompted to use binoculars. Kind of a bit ahead of him here, like I'm gonna do. Get to the yellow dot a bit quicker, but it doesn't really make a difference. So now we're gonna hold tap R, get binoculars, and we're just gonna zoom in.
Hey, they're stopping. Get your binoculars out. Let's see what we're dealing with here.
Keep your eye on Sean here, and the cutscene will start eventually.
So who are
You
these
can't skip
bounty
this
hunters?
cutscene, by the way.
I don't know too much about Ike Skeldon's boys, but I hear they're a big crew, wild, built some reputation in the last year or two.
That looks like Sean to me.
Certainly kicking up enough of a fuss. Yep, that's definitely Sean.
Oh, they're giving him a decent kicking.
Well, you can only imagine the shit he's been giving them.
Oh, yes.
They're taking him up the canyon.
There's Charles on the other side. Let's go.
What about the other two down there?
I've got an idea. Follow me.
So we're just gonna go with Trelawney. You can't kill these guys early, unfortunately. I will tell you when you can kill them, though. Wait for Arthur to get off his horse.
We should do this quietly.
Pull out
if we
the
can.
pistol.
Leave it to me, gentlemen. I'll go around and create a distraction
Wait for Javier to finish saying okay.
and do the dirty on them.
Okay. God damn it, Arthur!
You can kill them without Deadeye. By the way, subtitles to have a disadvantage, so I do recommend having them on. Just so you can see when his dialogue ends. It's a pretty self-explanatory shootout. Not too much complications should arise. Obviously, keep checking your health bar. You may notice you have to use tonics a little bit, but it's fine. This guy you can kill without Deadeye. If you can hit him. However, I just kind of missed every shot. That guy can bug out a little bit. I don't know why. These two guys up here who will spawn can die without Deadeye. We'll take a miracle tonic because we will need all our cores here.
Wouldn't go that far. The camp's up this way.
I'm going to use my repeater here. Kill these guys. Try not to use Deadeye here so I can conserve it a bit.
How much ammo is bound?
However, I will use it to shoot this rope, because it's going to be very annoying. Once you've killed that guy, you can cut Sean free.
You know, you're a lot less ugly from that other line.
So now I'm going to loot a couple of the guys so I can get some tonics and stuff. You don't have to do this, but I prefer to do it. Just because it makes the rest of the run a little bit easier. If you get stuff. Okay. Now what we're going to do is set up a camp. Also, you have to wait a bit before you can set up a camp, so you might as well. Fast travel to Valentine to see Mary, which is what we got that letter for. I will say I am a little bit rusty doing this, but I still remember every single strat and all the developments. It's just you may see me using tonics a little bit more than what you would per se if you got into a game. Watch out here not to run anyone over, otherwise you won't be able to start the mission. You have to lose the law, which is a big hassle. We're gonna go around the fence because jumping over it's a bit slower. Right, don't jump here. Pull out your gun and do gun dives. Gonna skip the cutscene.
Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
We're gonna hold F to reject Mary.
I'm sorry, Mary.
Because that would cost us time.
Come on, boy.
And now we're off to see Thomas Downs, which will cause our downfall. I'm really sorry for that. Although I'm not really, I think it was actually pretty good, in good taste. I'm taking my own little path here. Generally I like to follow this path here, just because it makes it a bit easier than going around the trees and stuff. But you can see you can take little diversions if you want. But yeah. So we're gonna cross this bridge, immediately take a right. Avoid this guy. And we're gonna go straight to Thomas Downs. We're gonna shoot when we get close.
Mr. Thomas Downs? You owe me.
We're just gonna run up to him and spam shift and F. Like that.
Hey,
Now we're just gonna spam F to beat him up. Whenever it prompts us to.
Be reasonable.
That was very, very quick, by the way. That might be the quickest I've ever seen that go. Damn. You can shoot him to do a little bit of damage, but spamming F is way quicker. The reason I said hold shift is because you can grab him sometimes and spam a few punches in. There's never been a consistent strat found for that mission. People do it in different ways, but that's the strat I prefer. Obviously, you can do it however you feel for it. Have it however you feel for it. If you find something better, but that is the strat that people are a bit divided on. Anyway, we're gonna get off our horse when we get up to these horses, because I'm gonna go in first person. Because it'll start the cutscene quicker and allow us to skip it quicker. Avoid Reverend, because he'll slow us down by being near him.
How did you...
Okay, listen very carefully to this. Go around here to avoid being slowed down by the camp. And go to John. Wait for him to finish his animation here. Like that. And greet him.
what do you want?
Uncle told me something about a train.
What did he say?
Mary Beth overheard something about a train.
So this starts the pouring oil setups. But we're not going to do them. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, this mission that we're doing now skips a bunch of time, and it skips the oil wagon mission, which you'll see. Anyway, now we're going to talk to Hosea and start that mission, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Hey, Arthur,
Hosea,
you want to go hunting?
what are you hunting? An elephant?
I wish. No, I saw a huge bear. One of the
So simple really, just follow up the game once. Move the saddle.
Okay, but I do kind of like this horse.
There's nothing wrong with 2 horses, and the stables always have the best ones.
Well, I guess you're right.
There is no rubber banding for this mission. Do not move away from Hosea.
Okay, see if you can get your leg over that brute.
Easy, big feller.
All right, let's head into
If you move away from him, he will stop. So you have to stick by him.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
We're heading out.
So the reason we talked to John there that's very important is because that starts the poured oil setups. And doing this mission skips about 3 days of game time or something.
I used to have a real nice one.
And what that allows is
What happened to that?
you don't have to do the oil wagon missions basically.
Saloon in Deer Creek.
I remember.
You'll have a
Just
like little cutscene with John where he's like, oh, you didn't get the oil wagons? I sorted it out, it's fine.
Yes. Remember?
This is the only mission in the game where you can do this, because it is the only setup in the entire game.
And Davey was
So I think Rockstar had plans to do more, but they never did it, so it's
came back
fine.
in the next day and he woke up and started right back drinking again.
I can explain that here because there's no strats at the moment.
I miss those boys.
Jenny, too. She had some spark, that girl.
It must be pretty hard on Lenny. You could tell he was sweet on her.
Well, Lenny and Jenny could never have worked. That's like Arthur and Martha, or Bill and Phil.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Once again, hope everything's been clear so far because I feel like I am talking a little bit quick, but I am trying to explain things as best as I can.
Money to get back on our feet.
I hope so.
Obviously, you can probably gather what's going on just by watching, but I think explaining it makes it a lot easier.
They're still very hot. Need to be done right.
Especially if you explain things that can go wrong.
I'm looking into.
By the way, in my opinion, this is the worst mission in the speedrun. I really don't like it. It's very boring.
He's alright.
This and Welcome to the New World, just very boring missions to do in the speedrun. And not much really happens.
Stables are just up ahead.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the stable,
All right. Go
do some
sell
horse
that
jumps to
free
avoid the
fruit.
slide down.
Buy yourself a horse.
Okay.
So pay attention to the stuff that I buy here.
Get a few things
I buy some stirrups and I buy the American stand.
Meet you back here in a bit.
I think it's sandal bread or standard bread.
Hey.
I don't know what the name is. So make sure you sell this horse, hold spacebar, and buy the American standard bread. I'm gonna call mine John for obvious reasons. Go to tracks and services, equipment, stirrups, and buy the best ones. Then leave.
All right, partner.
You don't have to name your horse,
Got yourself a deal.
but I like to do it.
Not bad, Arthur. You happy?
I guess we'll see.
With Jose to start moving, and then move with him.
All right, let's get going. We got quite a ride ahead of us.
Lead the way.
This horse will last you till the end of the game,
This lake we're
so
headed for.
It's called
if you can
Overlook.
pat him while riding, do it, so you can get the bonding up a little bit more, because it
Just
helps.
hope I can remember how to get there.
You'll never need a better horse than this. Those stirrups do miracles.
Down that.
Don't worry if you can't afford the best stirrups, by the way. The second best also work.
Things with you and John.
Fine.
Ain't it
Just
about
any good
time
stirrups,
you
really.
let go now?
It was a year, Hosea. He ditched us for a
So it's not really a special strat here, just sticking with Hosea and not bumping into
He
him.
knows he did wrong. He just wants to put it behind him.
I'm sure he does. Running off on that kid is one thing, but there's code. He knows that. He ain't Trelawney. Dutch and you pretty much raised him.
I know. But it's done. Has been for a while now.
That's the fastest I've ever done that, because the dialogue usually ends before that, so that's good. So yeah, don't worry about the stirrups too much. If you can get the second best ones, they also work. Even the third best will probably work, but we just get the best because it's like right at the bottom and it's not hard to select. But if you spent a little bit more for that, don't worry. If you can't get the stirrups at all, it doesn't affect speed at all, but just be aware, you'll be giving your horse a bit more stimulants and stuff, so watch out for that. The reason we don't buy a better horse than that is because we used to, but we realized it didn't save any time because we just did so much fast traveling later in the game that we pretty much only used our horse for like one big ride, and I think it saved like barely a couple of seconds, you know. Horse speed doesn't really matter. I made a video on it if you want to see it. I will link any helpful videos below. So what we're gonna do now is pull out our gun, ready to kill a rabbit. If I had a controller here, I'd use auto aims to avoid using Deadeye. But it's not plugged in.
Look there. Rabbits. Maybe we should catch one to cook.
Sure. Try and shoot him.
So we got one. Now we're gonna pick it up.
Good job.
Wait with Hosea a sec.
All right. It's getting late.
Wait for Arthur to finish saying okay, sure, and then you can start the camp.
Well, then you get it.
This is just a bunch of inputs basically. It can be quite,
Cook that rabbit then.
I don't know, jarring to do, I guess.
On an open fire like this.
I spam enter here because there'll never be anything else in the crafting menu to cook. And you want to hold spacebar, don't tap it.
You want some of this?
No, I'm fine.
Back, and then
I like eating this late.
Okay. After all
just basic
that.
inputs.
Well,
Spam E and spacebar here,
we better get
so you can rest as soon as possible.
I want to be up at first light to find this monster.
You better be worth all this drama.
I really don't like this bit of the game. There's a lot of inputs and stuff, and I just, like I said, I don't like this mission in general in the speedrun. It's not very fun. Spam R here, and then spam enter.
I grew up in the mountains, Arthur. I was virtually weaned on bear
Think I
meat.
got this done?
Good. Pack up and we'll get going.
So, the inputs there I can't really explain. They're just in the game and they're what the game tells you to do.
Let's go.
So we're staying with Hosea again because he likes to stop if you don't, and it's really annoying.
We'll try our luck down by the water. That's where I saw him last.
Okay.
How's that horse treating you?
So far, so good.
You know, I was in this area with Bessie years ago.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. I imagine you still miss her.
Every day.
Did you two ever think about getting out of the life?
We did briefly. You don't remember? Guess you were still young.
So in a second, you'll see me
I drifted back into it.
doing a little bit of a
She knew what I was.
cut down.
I remember you not being around.
You'll see when I do it.
Oh, things were looser back then.
Truth is,
But basically,
there's never really
I'm
any
going
doubt.
around Hosea
Staying in
so that I can avoid getting off my horse.
You know that. But Bessie and I made it work. Why? You thinking
Because
about
I
getting out?
believe, if I remember,
No, of course
if you stick next to Hosea, it'll force you off your horse. But if you take this little route, you don't have
And
to
we
be
can
forced
make
off it.
enough money to go someplace
If you
new.
do get forced off it there, you can get
Really
back on it.
new.
It's just
Maybe we can
this
all
way you
have a
don't
new
get forced
start.
off it at all.
Anyway, for now, let's try and chase ourselves a bear, shall we? Let's slip
we're just
by
going to the
water
right here a little
since we've
bit.
been fishing again recently.
I'm just gonna jump over that like so.
Look for tracks.
Scan the paw
Bones,
prints.
bones. Any
Put
sign
eagle
of-
eye on. Track that. Track where that is.
Going to the
Slow down.
Wait a minute.
Inspect the fish.
On the ground here. Come on. If there's anything else.
Slow down here.
Something
Inspect
else
that.
on the ground. Just here.
Get off your horse.
Keep going. Damn it.
So, what happened there was when he said, damn it, we did a gun dive. If you want to go back and watch that, you can. We're going to split up.
Let's split up.
Okay.
So I did a
I'll
gun
head
dive
this
to
way.
skip dialogue there,
You head
which
down
you'll
that
see
track.
in a few other missions. We're going to run forward here to the yellow dot. Then we're going to run back to Hosea to start the cutscene.
Shoot that thing!
We're going to shoot the bear twice. And he'll leave. 2 shots is all it takes to make him leave.
Arthur!
You're fine, old man.
So this is very important here. We don't want to go with Hosea. Do not go with Hosea. Stay.
I'm gonna stick around here for a while.
I'll see you back at camp. Yeah!
If you go with Hosea, the oil skip will fail. So do not go back with Hosea. Stay. So we're going to set up a camp now. And we're going to go talk to John. Actually, we're not going to talk to John. We're going to sleep until nighttime. The reason we're doing nighttime is because when you start a Fisher of Men after you've talked to John, you will be a lot closer to Jack. Because what happens is, if you start a Fisher of Men at night, Arthur will go sleep in his tent and talk to Jack in the morning. If you don't, you'll have to do a much longer walk to go to him. If that makes any sense. So yeah, you will always have to sleep here before talking to John. So we sleep until nighttime, so we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. See, he's got a question mark on him. We're gonna sleep until nighttime, which is E. Make sure you press the nighttime prompt. It might be a different time of day, so just look out for that. So what we're doing is we're sleeping off the party from rescuing Sean. And that will allow us to talk to John, and it being nighttime means that after we start a Fisherman, we'll be a lot closer to Jack. I didn't press a nighttime. I guess I pressed the wrong prompt, but make sure you guys press nighttime. Don't be like me. We're gonna wait for him to finish his animation again, otherwise you can get an unskippable cutscene. There we go.
You never got us that oil wagon, did you?
I'm sorry. I clean forgot.
Well, don't worry. It's taken care of. Otherwise, we'd miss that train.
Oh, we got the unskippable cutscene.
You're still interested in the job, ain't you?
This is about a minute time loss.
I think we'll need another man. I like Charles Smith.
Normally you can skip it, but it's a very rare bug where you can't.
Meet us at the wagon when you can. There's an old burnout.
We didn't wait
shack
long
up
enough,
on the border
basically.
of a place called Dewberry Creek. We stashed it there.
Thank you.
See, Arthur, even you make mistakes sometimes.
I mean, I just wanted to show you guys what it was, because you probably haven't seen it. Yeah, it's quite a frustrating bug when it happens, because there's nothing you can really do.
Mr. Morgan,
Yes, Miss Grimshaw.
Mr. Matthews gave me a message.
So I normally I'd say walk around here to avoid the slowdown, but as soon as Miss Grimshaw's talking to us,
He's looking at a few.
it's not like we can avoid it anyway.
Okay.
So anyway, now we're going to talk to Abigail.
I'm always well, Miss Grimshaw.
Come here a minute.
What is it?
Can I ask you a favor?
Probably not.
Very funny. Would you do something with Jack?
So we're a lot further away. We'd be at Arthur's tent if we slept until night time.
Good to see you.
Are you well, sir?
Sure. Very, well.
Piece of snow, huh?
It is just one mistake, and it is perfectly okay to make mistakes.
What you up
Greet
to?
Jack. I'm going to get on the horse.
Anything fun? You want to come fishing with me?
Fishing?
Sure. It's about time that you started to earn your keep.
Okay.
Good. Let's go get your pole then. Now, you do have a fishing pole, don't you?
I sure
See it when it was on the horse when you get on it.
made me one.
Good. Well, let's go get it then. Go catch us some fish.
Yeah.
Okay, boy.
So when Jack is getting on the horse, we're gonna reverse. To reverse, you want to hold control and keep tapping S. Like that. Many times so. Hold control and keep tapping S. If you miss that.
Go then.
So, where are we going?
I'm gonna take a little route here to go down to the lake. Or river, sorry. My bad.
Far from camp.
Oh, okay.
You feeling better? I know you was a little sick.
Oh, I'm fine.
You're a brave.
It doesn't matter how fast you do this, really. You just wanna get there.
I don't know about brave. I ain't much.
Because you need to wait for the dialogue to play.
Well, your mama might disagree. Her and a few other women, I guess.
What do you mean?
I'm just talking silly. It's been a tough few weeks up in that snow.
I like.
I love how he yells snow as well.
Yes, but not like that.
When are we going back to the other camp?
The one near Blackwater?
Yeah.
Well, we're not. This is
Gonna wait here.
for now, anyway. Why? All right. This looks as good.
We're just gonna
a spot as
get
any.
off the horse.
Where should we stand, Uncle
Go to
Arthur?
the riverbank.
Down by the shore. Come on, follow me.
Press hold tab and R and equip the fishing rod.
First, we need
I'm
some
gonna
bait.
equip some bait.
I'm gonna use some cheese.
Cheese?
This is why I advise using the controller for the fishing.
Now,
Throw it in the water.
swing the rod back over your shoulder and bring
I
it
strongly
forward in
advise
smooth motion.
using a controller for this
Use
bit,
your
and
wrist, not your elbow.
Like that?
as we talked about in the first tutorial,
All we do now,
there's a special
Jack,
setting for fishing that makes it a lot easier.
the bait.
How do I know when I've got a bite?
Well, if you feel the tip of your fishing rod just twitching, don't yank it yet. That just means one's nibbling. If you feel a hard tug, that's a fish going for the bait, so yank hard to hook it.
Something's tugging at your rod, Uncle Arthur.
We're just gonna hold
Is it a
a
big
square / X here and reel it in, like so. And we're gonna throw it back in, because that is a bit faster.
Look, Jack, it's a bluegill. It's almost as small as you. We should
Equip the bait,
really throw these
but don't
smaller
throw the
ones
rod in.
back.
So when I was commentating this originally, I said you need to throw the rod in before Jack sits down, but that's not true. You just need to keep the bait equipped and the dialogue will progress naturally. That's all you need to do. Stand where I am. Don't do anything because Jack can bug out, so we're just
I'm
gonna
pick
stand
some
here.
Of those red flowers. I'll be right back.
I do feel a little bit like upset about the unskippable cutscene and not sleeping until nighttime, but it happens, you know. It's just another example of things that can happen in the run that, you know, are a bit out of your control. Although sleeping till nighttime was kind of my fault. I'm sure I pressed E to sleep until nighttime, but it happens. So, we're gonna throw the rod in just before Jack sits down here. Like so. Actually, you don't have to throw it in. As long
Gotta stick at things, Jack.
I know. Fishing sure
There
is
you go.
boring, Uncle Arthur.
I know. Boring as hell. But then
you can put it away now and just wait for the dialogue to
you can
finish.
get food for days.
Really?
If you're lucky. But until then, you just sit and wait. Try not to worry. It's good for you,
It's good for you?
I guess.
So the reason you need the bait equipped, which I completely forgot about.
And what?
Oh, sorry, I forgot you only needed the bait equipped. It's because the game thinks you're fishing if the bait's equipped. So we're going to reverse here once again when Jack gets on. We're going to do a little turnaround.
Why did you lie about where Uncle Dutch is?
And take this little route back.
Well, because those are disagreeable men, and I don't want them to hurt them.
What did they mean about Max?
Careful not to get caught in the trees here. It can happen, but don't worry about it. That's why I take this little route, because it avoids like the trees and getting stuck.
Like I said, don't worry about them. The world is full of disagreeable men. That's why you got all of us to protect you from folk like them. Now, how about that necklace you made? You still got it, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Good. Did you like fishing?
It was okay, I think. It's a lot of waiting around.
It is.
And now we're back at camp.
There you are. How you boys getting on? Great. We caught a fish.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Arthur's tent and fast travel to Strawberry. Because that is the closest place to an American pastoral scene. So we are quite far into the chapter now, and if everything hasn't been explained so far, I want to ask you all to comment and feel free to ask any questions at all, and I will answer them. Also, join the Speedrun Discord for Red Dead, because we answer every question there. And I own it, so you know. Not biased. But I'm always happy to answer any questions anyone has. Obviously, this run hasn't been perfect, and I am commentating it as I go along, so there will be slight mistakes here and there. But I think it is a better example of how the run can go. So now we're gonna cut this way and go to Micah. The horse will try ride around trees and stuff, which can be a little bit frustrating. But don't worry. I'm gonna get off the horse right here. I'm gonna jump to Micah and halt.
Hey, Arthur.
And skip the cutscene. Do not start that in first person, otherwise the cutscene text will appear and you can't skip until that has gone away.
What are you doing anyway, camping out here like some crazy hermit?
You can cut up a little bit to get in front of Micah, but it's not faster.
Like I told you, I ain't going back to Dutch without a peace offering.
So what's the deal with this coach?
What do you mean? Comes through about this time every day, like I said, the end.
I mean, how many men? Guns? Riders?
Nothing serious. It'll be fine.
I heard the bank's been hiring every trigger man they can get of late. The meaner the better.
Like, there isn't anything particularly special about this horse ride either, because it is location based, not dialogue based, like the one in Blessed Are the Meek.
He kept yapping about it, saying how they've been hitting it on the regular. That's a good lead in my book.
Damn old Driscolls are everywhere now.
Bastards got a hold of most of Big Valley. Heard they took over some big ranch north of here.
How the hell you and Lenny end up down here, anyway?
Oh, you know how it is? Few loose ends. Drink here, drink there.
What loose ends?
Nothing that needs to concern you. I always pay my share.
It concerns me when you...
Also, you may notice about this run is it is quite linear, but I think what makes it kind of great is trying to break the game as much as possible. That's why I like this run, because even though it's linear, it is funny to see how far you can stretch this game.
I've seen you come full undone more than once now, and you only been running with us a few months.
Are we gonna rob this coach or bicker about it? What's done is done.
Guess we're robbing it.
Then let's do it. All right, this is the spot. Hold up on this ridge.
So this next bit, we're actually going to use a bunch of Deadeye to kill the riders as fast as possible, and you'll see why.
They should be here in a little bit.
We're going to pull out our repeater. I know we have a keybind for it, but my keybinds are a bit off at the moment. And we're going to get on the coach now.
Come on, good. Come on. Let's get this out of here.
And once we're on the coach, we're going to do an intentional mission fail. And you'll see where it gets us. The wagon is very far ahead now, as you can see.
What did I tell you? Like licking butter off a knife.
Something like that.
Like Micah said, like licking butter off a knife.
Here, be done with it.
Could be more than we can carry. And there might be a second crew of riders tailing.
All right.
Not to mention, we ride
What we used to do is we used to not kill everyone and wait for the coach to get around here, but
judge can't say we ain't pulling
that strat is so much better. The mission fail one.
This new act of yours one bit.
Listen, I know we got off on the wrong foot, but I got no beef with you. I reckon we're a lot alike, you and me.
Now, hold up there.
Dutch,
I'll say you get the Lancaster repeater now.
gets things done, same as you.
Gets things done. You'd be wearing California collar now if I hadn't broken you out of jail.
And I have expressed my gratitude.
Shit! Now we're being robbed! Get across the
So yeah, this is just a basic shootout. I prefer staying in cover because you get better accuracy. Stay in cover.
Keep your head down. Let's finish. There's more of them. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Auto aim is way better for this, in my opinion. This shootout. Especially when you're in cover. But it is preference and it depends how good you are. They are moving up a bit, so we're gonna have to move up a bit. They can get like behind the trees, so it is good to move up. They've moved away now. So we're gonna shoot the lock off in advance.
That'll show 'em.
And we're gonna dive to skip some dialogue, which you'll see. Hold your gun and press space to dive.
That should do it.
Oh, the dialogue didn't play, so we're
Come on,
fine.
let's see if all this was worth it.
Now what we're gonna do is get on our horse and go away from the crime scene.
All right, boy.
All the way to Wallace Station, which you will see is all the way up here. Oh, by the way, I should mention, if you pause and unpause, your horse will bug out, and so be very careful. Don't worry about that, you will escape them before you get to Wallace Station. I only pause there just to double check. As you always do. If you cap your FPS there to 60, you won't ragdoll off. I didn't do that.
Welcome, friend.
We got a train ticket here to Emerald Ranch.
Enjoy your trip.
So now what we're gonna do is gonna get on our horse and we're gonna ride to where Hosea is. The horse is trying to run away from us. It does do that. It's quite annoying, but what more can you do? So I had to remove that red marker. It was annoying me. Careful not to run anyone over here, and your horse will try run into things here, so be very careful.
It's an interesting way of putting it, Seamus.
No doubt. I do interesting very well. It's trusting I don't do so well.
Please. Arthur, this is Seamus. He's our new partner.
I ain't no
Okay.
such thing.
Perspective.
So this mission allows a lot of freedom, but at the start Hosea can get stuck and you do need to wait for him, and I will show you what I mean. So we're gonna start right in there. This is one of the best missions in the speedrun.
Me?
Make sure Hosea doesn't get stuck,
What you call it? Oh, clearly you've recovered.
because you can lose him.
Counter.
Could have played that better, couldn't you?
Thought you wanted me here to show some strong arm. That's usually how it goes.
Yes, but you know how this works.
It is a bit contradictory for me to say you get a lot of freedom, but you have to wait for Hosea here.
That's why he's perfect. He won't cause us any problems.
But that's the game's design, not my fault.
Defense wagons and coaches, that's easy money for us.
I guess you're right.
Come on, it's not like he's asking us to rob a bank. If the two of us can't steal a stagecoach from
But luckily he
Seamus'
didn't get
old
stuck and he
crooked
did catch up
cousin
to
by
us.
marriage, we should hang up our hats now.
So what we're gonna do here is go around the yellow marker and just go straight to the wagon. Once again, capping your FPS before you get off so you don't ragdoll. And we're gonna stop just before this rock so that you can get on. So you probably just noticed a little splice that I did. That is because in my original wagon ride back that I did, where I was commentating doing the run, I crashed into a fence and some people started shooting at me, and that resulted in them killing my horse, and it was just a huge mess. All that I was explaining during this wagon ride, and all that's important for you to know, is that you can literally lose a wheel, a horse, and damage this wagon as much as you want, and you can still progress. The only way you can't progress is if you lose both horses. Obviously you might hear me talking about the original attempt during this ride back, but it wasn't important. Just know it was a huge mess. I can put it on my YouTube channel though if you guys want to see it.
Get that in a hurry.
Don't go through that little dip in that fence. I should have mentioned that, but I completely forgot.
We're going off the road. It wasn't the first time Mr. Matthews had stared death in the eye, and as usual, he did not flinch. You're gonna crash if you don't slow down. Okay, here we are. Just pull the coach into the barn there.
You're gonna slow down a bit here while going in.
Hello, Seamus. We met your cousins.
How was it?
Fine. Nice people.
Gonna stop, going first person,
That thing in here.
wait for the thing to end, and we're gonna hold shift and W, knock Hosea over, and then reject his offer,
I'll
which is
catch up
F.
with you later.
Okay. Stay out of
It's F to reject his offer. It's a very funny strat. Apparently you can kill him doing that, but I've never done it, and I do it each time, so yeah. And now the train robbery has spawned, and we're gonna ride straight there. I will re-record that other mission and put it in the run, so if you're seeing this and wondering, oh, why is that mission different, then why is the time different, that's why. Gonna get off our horse and jump to Sean because we can't run.
Well, at least it ain't your job.
Ah, shut up, Arthur.
Yeah, your job's starting the fights. It ain't winning.
So we're taking a bit of a specific route here.
Hey, all the horses untethered? Think so. Good. They should follow on behind us.
You only have to hold shift here, not tap.
Whoa! He's up on them horses. Yeah. Follow the trail south.
Careful not to knock John or Charles off.
But still give him enough time to spot the oil wagon.
Yep. Drive on the road.
That's why I'm going around the trees and stuff.
The tracks, they'll stop soon enough.
Going too fast. Apparently.
Well, you could probably theoretically cut through, but I don't do that because if you lose them, you lose them.
Way of guns to deal with.
Go easy on them horses. On the road.
Yeah, like that.
Stop the wagon over the
That's what can happen.
Remember, these are innocent folks. We handle this right, nobody needs to die.
It is kind of funny though. Right at the end too.
Let's get it on the tracks. Whoa, whoa.
So this is pretty self-explanatory.
What's going on here?
We're just gonna spam jumps to get to the train.
I need to get up there. Finish up here. Join us on board.
I'm running.
Everybody stay calm and nobody will get shot. Go! Everything you got!
So you can actually rob these people after you've already robbed them and get extra stuff.
Everything you
There
got.
you go.
And you lose honor for it, which is weird.
All your money, my
You
friend.
can't leave until this bag's full.
Big problem. Reach for your money. Nothing else.
I ain't got
Make me hurt you.
Wanna have a little chat?
Spam M and F here so you can hit him as soon as possible.
Money. Hey.
Don't do this. Just give it to him, Thomas, please.
Okay, okay. In the bag, everything you got. Keep it coming, don't be shy.
People like you make me
won't get
sick.
These two seem to think we're playing games.
God damn it. Sick as bad and dead, lady. And I'm losing my goddamn patience.
It is weird that you lose honor when you're already doing it in the mission, but it happens.
Let's make this
No,
quick.
you go ahead and look for the baggage car.
Gonna rob them all.
Tough guy, huh? You sure about
Quick,
that?
come on.
Why are you? What did I do?
Everything you got. Money, valuables. We ain't
Empty
leaving
your
till this
pockets,
bag's
mister.
full.
You won't get a damn cent from me.
Let me hand you over to my friend.
Gonna hit this guy.
Money now.
The reason it's good to rob them again is because you can get like tonics and stuff.
Everything you got. Let's go.
Gonna need all your money, my friend. You got a big problem.
I can handle this from here.
So now we're gonna run around this cart and go straight to where Sean is.
What is it? You alright?
The reason we're going over here is so we can melee this guy and not get this scripted Deadeye cutscene. I'm gonna go inside here. Gonna loot one guy so we can get a bit of loot. I'm gonna wait for the yellow markers to appear outside, then leave.
This time I'll
Arthur, we got a problem. Two assholes on hard.
I've got my controller plugged in now, so I will be using my auto aim here, because it's a lot easier. But now Deadeye will no longer manually ping.
From the trees there.
You don't have to use Deadeye here, but it is much faster to do so. They're all dead. So we don't have to wait for these guys, we're going to take our own little specific route here.
Let's go. Stay with me.
We're going to go up here. And we're just going to move forward. You can fall off your horse here, but it's not a big deal, just get back on. Just keep running, and you'll lose them. Slow down, and wait. And there you go.
I think we're clear, fellas.
Whoa!
So this next bit, before you try and fast travel again, just wait a little bit. Wait till that mission complete scene has gone away. Otherwise, the game will bug out. Okay, we've waited a bit long now. Now we can make a camp. And go to Valentine. Which will always be at the bottom. The reason you wait quite a bit there is because otherwise the camp bugs out and it gets made but it doesn't get made and it's really weird. So this mission is actually another really horrible mission, but in any percent we actually buy stuff. It is the second to last mission. So yeah. You will probably hate this mission the most, as any rational speedrunners do. So sometimes the mission will start at the saloon, sometimes it'll start over there. It doesn't really save time or lose time either way, wherever it starts.
Move next time. Hey, mister. Didn't mean nothing by it.
Yeah, sometimes it bugs out like that and you have to wait. That's when it loses time, but it very rarely does that. Going first person here, by the way, to start this next cutscene. Get off your horse. Run first person so the cutscene text comes up quicker and we can skip it.
How's the scar?
I heal pretty fast.
Or mission text, I should say.
Come along. You'll see. That train job was a start, but we need more money. Till we can get back to Blackwater and collect.
I'm here to tell you. We try to collect that money anytime soon, it'll come with a noose.
I was worried you'd say that. Dutch says that we...
Dutch says a lot. That's his gift. Saying things.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean by that?
I was the prize pony once. Now I'm the workhorse. Listen, Dutch is... But, well, you was at that
So there isn't really a strat here at the moment.
We already seen Pinkertons here. New century's coming. This life, this way, well, we're the last, I reckon. And we ain't long for it.
And that's the way it goes, I guess.
For me, yes.
All right.
So where are we going?
Just need to pick up something.
So we're just going to keep leading it to the sheriff's office.
Tether the horse and I'll meet you across the street.
Someone found a way you didn't have to hitch it here, but it's not consistent, so... We're gonna hitch it. Jumps here because we can't run. We're at the door and then browse the catalog to get teleported.
I'll explain later.
So we're gonna go to accessories now. And we're gonna buy everything here. Spam click, don't do the buy it all button. And yes, we do want to buy gun oil. It is very helpful. Buy every bit of ammo possible, you will need it. Just spam click on everything. Trust me, you will run out. So you definitely do need to buy it all. I'm gonna go to the rifle page and buy it. You can go to the index and do it too. I'm gonna leave the catalog. And now we're gonna get on our horse and jump because we can't run.
Let's go.
Okay, boy.
We're just gonna move forward without John.
Why couldn't you done that? Bought that gun.
And we're gonna cut past the train station here. Watch out, he might run into someone there. Just check the map. If he does, then just want to wait for him to start moving again. Knowing this run, it'll probably happen, so we'll see. But if he doesn't, just keep moving forward without him, like I am. He will catch up with you. Let's just rubber band him forward. Like so.
So, you were saying?
I had a run-in with that fella earlier. We ain't on the best of terms.
You had a run-in. I've had a run-in with half that town.
You could go cinematic if you wanted, because there isn't much going on, but...
Why are you being so cagey about all this? Always playing
I'm
some
gonna stay out of it.
goddamn game.
Me? I ain't the one taking Jack on fishing trips.
No, you ain't. If you say the boy ain't yours, what's the difference? You probably only run off again.
Why are you so interested in my life? Ain't you got one of your own?
Just do one thing or another. Not be two people at once. That's all I'm saying.
It ain't that simple. You know that as well as anyone. Let's head up to the ridge up there. Get a proper view.
So now we're gonna shoot near some sheep and spook them.
This way, Arthur. So I'm thinking that the herd will make it to auction all right, but a couple of new ranch hands will be collecting on the sale. Doubt the town will care to notice too much.
Why we need this rifle you couldn't buy yourself?
Reckon we shouldn't get too close. At least not till we know what we're dealing with. Let's see what we can see from up here.
So what we're gonna do now is just gonna jump forward with a horse, keep jumping until it forces you off your horse. And you can't aim yet, but keep spamming the click button. You don't need to actually aim, sorry. Keep spamming click until you shoot twice. Well, you'll shoot once, but you want to shoot twice in total. Then you want to get on your horse and run down. This part, you just want to try and herd as many together as possible. It's quite annoying to do, and there is some RNG, so have fun. But you just want to run near all of them like I am. It's okay if a couple die. Just slow down when you're behind them.
I think we got 'em all. Let's head to town.
You know what? Marston, why don't you leave the sheep to me?
Shooting is supposed to make them go faster, according to the game, but
Brought you in on this.
yeah. They are quite incompetent sheep, so
This ain't the right time for you.
don't worry if they get stuck and stuff, it's kind of common. It's not the end of the world.
I'm done arguing.
Just don't stress about it.
Quickest route back to Valentine is right around that.
I haven't found that shooting speeds them up really.
Like I said, I'll handle this. Go, go!
Some of them can get stuck behind like this one. If they get too far stuck behind, you can kill like 3 in total. I think you can kill a bit more than that, but I like to limit it to 3. Strugglers like this one, for example. Because they can limit your progress.
What are you doing? You're gonna spook 'em. Look out, we're losing some.
But yeah, this mission is really annoying because of this part. But overall, once it's over, you don't have to do it again for the rest of the game. So, it's fine.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
So, because 3 have died, I'm not going to bother killing anymore. Although I could probably get away with it. I'm not 100% sure on the actual limit. But, Fresh Riggy does know. Now we're just going to move ahead here, where these sheep are. And we're just going to wait at the gate for every sheep to go in. That didn't actually go too bad, all things considered.
Those are up, boys.
There you go.
Fine sheep.
They're okay. Come back after the
So now what we're doing is going to get on our horse and go to the saloon.
Dutch is waiting for us at the saloon.
Yes?
do some jumps here because we can't sprint on the horse.
18%. Thought we was doing the robbing here.
Still good money.
I'm not gonna jump now though because it'll be slower.
Thanks for all the help with this.
Now that John's near us.
Can't herd, can't swim.
Give it a rest, will you?
Gonna get off
Kids no more.
right here. Run first person. Do some jumps.
But in the air, I don't. Gentlemen.
The reason we're going first person to start a cutscene is because it starts faster. Just gonna click real quick. You only need to kill this guy. I'm not gonna use Deadeye yet because it will slow the progress down. I'm gonna consume a tonic here. In the chapter run, you can actually throw a dynamite here to skip a scripted Deadeye sequence thing, like this one. But obviously we don't have dynamite, so we can't. So yeah, you don't want to use any Deadeye. Definitely not now. From this point on, don't use any Deadeye, because it's an auto scroller. I'm using auto aim at the moment, just because it's a little bit easier. There is a controller thing, because I did plug in my controller. You can loot people during this bit. Just make sure no one's shooting at you.
You can talk. We all heard you whine about a little nick from a wolf. But you shut up and kill me.
Looting here is very, very helpful. In any percent. You can get a lot of chewing tobacco and whatnot. I love looting people here. Because you can even get fireballs, which are even more helpful when we do future fire skips instead of using the fire arrow. But you'll understand that when we do more chapters.
That's our horses over there. Come on, grab Strauss.
So I'm gonna grab Strauss now. They will kill these men. Sometimes they struggle a bit, but they will kill them all. And we're gonna put Strauss on John's horse. You can put him on the other side, but it's less consistent. And sometimes Arthur walks around.
Nobody's following us.
So what we're gonna do now is just get on the horse here.
I better get out of here.
It will sometimes run away, but don't worry. Just follow this path still. Don't want to shoot them or anything, just run away. And go straight to camp. Don't worry about bringing them to camp, because you'll lose them when you get there. And that will bring us to our final mission of this split, of this chapter. If you lose the law earlier than this, you won't have the issue that I'm about to have where the mission... I know, okay. Sometimes if you lose the law a little bit later, the mission will spawn what it spawns, so you need to sleep in camp. But yeah. Or you can come back and... yeah, run away.
We keep heading east, is that the plan?
For now.
And when do we stop? When we reach Paris?
Well,
That'd be nice. Join the commune.
So, we moving?
Yeah. We stop when we find someplace sensible, shake them that's following us, and lie low.
This is lying low.
So, one of the best parts about this start of this mission
I need you for
is we don't need to wait for Charles.
Some weight.
He will rubber band. With that in mind, follow the little route that I'm about to take.
So where are we going? Find a new spot to camp. We're packing up and moving on. Again? We have to, and fast. We'd already pushed our luck too far before that mess we just made in Valentine.
Yeah, I'll tell you return, but he rubber bands. He's never not rubber banded. And watch the game disprove me again. Yeah, you see. Be very careful at the bottom of this hill. I'd slow down. I'll tell you when to slow down because you can actually like buckle off your horse and stuff. And that's not good.
Hang on a second. Think that must be it.
Slow down like around here so you don't.
Seems very open.
So now we're gonna ride straight to where this body is so we can progress quicker. You see it over there?
Well, let's take a look around. Hey, I see something.
Get off the horse because you'll be slowed down.
Someone on the ground there. He's been shot. Looks like trouble.
Now you want to jump forward to where the camp is. When Arthur says that, you can't run, so you have to jump.
Alright. Look, here it is. A few tents, but place looks
Go
empty.
straight to this thing here and search it.
The girl was pointing this way. Let's see if we can pick up a
Instead of
trail.
this part, you want to wait for Charles to get on his horse, and you want to press Eagle Eye, wait for it to turn blue, and let go.
I see a trail just ahead.
Yep, that's it. Come on, let's go. What's going on with you?
What do you mean?
You were just gonna send that woman and her children on their way?
We're wanted men. We got Pinkertons braiding down our necks. We should be moving camp, not running off on some wild goose chase.
Come on, Arthur. That's not how you are.
Well,
Think this is the right way?
Wait for him to do that, wait for it to go blue, then let go.
Give me a second.
looks like they cut off down the
You don't need to scan it, it just needs to turn blue.
Right. Okay, come on.
Now, I was saying, well, maybe you don't know me as well as you think you do.
Hold up. Let me check this.
Wait for it to turn blue.
Look, they go along the shore there.
I see him.
It's very simple to do. I used to struggle with it, but then I realized you just need to wait. It's also making me think of a Breaking Bad reference.
John said he was going back to the auction yard to collect the money for those sheep.
He'd be a damn idiot going anywhere near that town right now.
He reckoned he'd be able to slip in and out.
Oh, well. If it's John's idea, it must be a good one.
Careful. What is it with you and him?
He disappeared on us for a while.
Wait a second.
Wait for it to turn blue.
Just want to look closer here. They carry on along this trail.
It didn't register,
So,
but it's fine.
yeah,
It's not the biggest time loss.
Jack was real young. A long while. Year,
He did?
and we was family, you know?
Hey, quiet now. There's a camp up ahead.
Be careful.
Seems deserted. Let's take a look.
So now we're just going to move forward to where the camp is. Going to get off our horse because the game will force us to do some jumps again.
Where is this guy?
If you can't jump, it's fine.
But you know something? This is a better camp spot than back there. much easier to defend.
Maybe.
I'm gonna let this guy free.
Let's see about this.
So some guys will spawn. Wow. What happened? My horse died. That has never happened before, by the way. That's actually impossible. That can randomly happen occasionally, but it's fine. So we're just gonna kill these guys. Try not to ping the heads when you shoot them with Deadeye, because it is a bit slower. But it does help with consistency. So now they're all dealt with. I'm gonna wait for us to cut this guy. So we're gonna do some dive skips in a second, which you'll see. Pull out your gun ready. So now we skipped all the dialogue by doing the dives. Oh, don't do it instantly, wait for him to talk a little bit and then dive. As you can see, if you don't do that then he says it again, so just wait for him to talk a little bit. So I like to take this little route to get back to his family. Some people go straight through the trees, but it doesn't make a huge difference. Trees are a little bit more risky. We're going off-road a little bit here. Avoiding the rocks. And that is the end of chapter 2.
You were right. Oh, this place. Oh, it'll be perfect for.
Obviously, it didn't all go to plan, but we did actually complete the game, or the chapter. Hopefully everything was explained to your guys' satisfaction. Obviously there were some errors in the run and stuff that we couldn't control, but that is like every speedrun. Stuff like that can happen. But yeah, next time I will be going through my least favorite chapter in the speedrun, chapter 3, and then we will, you know, talk about that. But hopefully for now chapter 2 will be fine. I've been doing quite a bit of these, and yeah. Like I said, I speedrun this game. Well, I haven't speedrun it in a while, but I have been keeping up with the strats and stuff. And if you guys would like to see, like, more of these, I am gonna make more, so please subscribe. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.